Did you get the designs back, Tony?
Send them over to everybody in the thing.
Why
Yeah, they
am I?
look fresh, man.
I'm not up on game. Like, apparently not up on game. Your boy J. Cole quit again, ladies and gentlemen,
4 games in. Hey, he had 6 in one game this time.
for a total of 10 points. 2 leagues, 10 points. 2 leagues, 10 points.
No, I think he scored a total of 9 in those 4 games because he hit 1 3 in the second game and then he hit 2 in the last game.
Bro, he's trash. Like, it's just further sullying his whole legacy by the errant mistake of playing basketball. Give it up. Just stop.
He has dreams of being a hooper.
Bro, like, keep it a dream. Go play.
He's already a rapper.
Yeah, go play double dribble.
Like,
I think he feels like he missed an opportunity, and that's why he's doing it. But I've seen high school clips. He was trash then.
Oh, sick.
Just keeping it 1,000.
1,000. Wow.
Yo,
What up?
I'm getting like crazy delay on like everything.
Yeah, you. What causes the delay, Hunter? Is it the mic setting?
no, it's latency.
Yes.
Internet stuff.
Internet.
Are you grounded? Are you Ethernetted in, or are you just using the Wi-Fi?
Tony? Or me?
See, he's on a delay. Look, he's doing it.
I'm not Ethernetted in yet.
I'm on Wi-Fi.
But you're on. You might want to, like, sometimes this happens when you're on Wi-Fi. Like, there'll be a latency problem. So, like, we got to find a way to ground you in the future. I know you've been doing this for the whole, like, the first 5 shows, but it happens from time to time. It'll catch up. It happens. Like, it comes in waves.
You might need to leave and then come back.
I'm gonna leave. I'm done. Yeah.
Go out of meeting,
Rejoin.
reboot, come back in.
Reboot. We are live, by the way.
That's fine. Hey, America. Hey, world. Hey, world. You sons of. Oh, how do I do the screen? I gotta split the screen. Let me, so I can play in the Discord.
Yeah.
Did we figure out YouTube? Are we on YouTube yet?
Oh, we can do YouTube. Let me hit that up. Hold on a sec. I'm getting that YouTube going. Hold on.
Yeah,
America, we are still working on getting.
We're still understanding what's happening. So deal with us. Deal with us. I'm gonna get your camera right. What you need, Martin, is this. You need this right here.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna.
And then
that would trip you out if you saw what I'm using right now.
Then you could angle what you wanted people to see. Like, but we'll get there. We're just learning, getting everything under control, America, world.
Yeah.
Let me figure out this screen real quick while we wait for Tony Tone, TD, to get back in here. Let me rename myself as well.
Get yourself named.
Like, you gotta be the 7th day, man. 7th day. Enter.
Here's a discrepancy. So to stream, we need stream keys, right? That comes with every stream, like Twitch, and then YouTube has a separate stream key. I don't know if I can stream both at the same time.
Also, well, what's going to be more effective for us?
Twitch
streaming. You think?
Yes,
I think so.
We can just use YouTube for.
You could take the content from Twitch and just post it over there. Though.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. Let me figure out this screen.
Yeah.
HB, I like the beard, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm the only person in my family who can grow a beard.
I'm still working on mine.
I like the mustache. I wish mine came in full like that and like connected down here.
I've had the stash since I was in 6th grade, dude. So it just keeps getting thicker and thicker.
Yeah.
But I can't get this. You see right there? I can't get that in all the way.
I'm
working on it.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
How about now?
I had Twitch in the background as well as this.
That's you had a bunch of stuff running.
Yeah.
You probably heard us talking.
Yeah.
With Twitch happening.
I'm talking again.
Yep. Man, I know what I was doing now. I figured it out.
There we go. We're all right.
Word up. Everybody have a good week?
Oh, I had a great week.
I'm having a great week. You know,
I always have great weeks.
I'm having a great week.
I had a great morning.
The display looks good. Yeah, we look good on in the multiverse here.
I just copped $130 worth of fireworks.
I'll bet. You should come see us. We got mad fireworks.
They do
here in Kentucky.
I went up to Richmond, Indiana. Because it's legal to sell them there.
Yeah, we got legal.
We smuggled them.
We got a legal spot here too. Owned and operated by the family.
Word.
I get on mine for free.
Yeah. They have a bunch of dynamite there and blowing stuff up all the time.
Damn,
we like to blow up stuff.
I would have kept it in the family. I would have.
Well, now you know. No one's
I know.
Back.
So next time I want fireworks, which will probably be next month for funsies.
For funsies.
I bought it's a celebration all the time.
I bought at least 1.5 kilograms worth of fireworks. Like, you know, they have the 500-gram finales.
Oh yeah.
I bought 2 of those.
So none of you are gonna ask why I'm wearing sunglasses.
I'm curious.
I was curious, but I wasn't gonna question it.
Because I'm shading myself from the hate. Good afternoon. Good evening. America world, welcome to Triumvirate Podcast, the show where 4 tastemakers rate the world of music, festivals, fashion, and everything in between. Let me introduce our host, TD, all the way from UK. What do you say?
Man, I'm ready to go. I was out on a bike. I was out on a bike for like 4.5 hours today. I'm itching.
He's ready. He's ready to deliver the sermon of truth. Black, what's happening?
Dude, I'm just ready to get down and dirty with it.
I am excited to hear what you have to say about this one. There's a specific standpoint I'm listening for today. All the way from the land far, far away, the 7th day. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm ready to go. I did so much work around the house, got the kids doing things away from the house. I got it to myself today. Let's get busy.
All right. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. We are now live on Twitch. So if you want to communicate with your 4 favorite hosts, feel free. This week's episode will be hosted by the one and only 7th Day. Whenever you're ready, brother.
As the day says, don't sleep. I am ready to get busy. I want to start with footwear this afternoon. So you guys got what we were sent out this particular week. I'm going to start with the Kerwin Frost Forum High Humanchives from Adidas. Released back in November of 2021, retail price of $250. Kerwin Frost is a Harlem-born entertainer, DJ, talk show host, and comedian. Founder of the Spaghetti Boys and was actually in the movie Uncut Gems. Now he's currently mostly famous for his social media sites such as YouTube and Instagram. Now these white leather upper with royal blue overlays and collars include your TPU nose-shaped lace locks, your silicone mouth on the toe, and graphic eye ankle strap patches, gray leather underlays, and a white sole. Fresh. So I'm gonna start with my man HB. Do you want to cop, swap, or drop?
Oh my God.
No. If I wanted if I wanted Mr. Potato Head, bro,
Mm.
I'd just go on eBay and search up vintage toys. All right.
Hey, there is no Mr. Potato Head. Remember, androgynous Potato Head now.
Oh,
I don't care. I'm all
Potato
for it.
head.
I'm
It's just
in full
potato
support
head.
There it is.
of the potato heads, but not this shoe. The teeth is what gets me. I'm looking at this right now, and I'm just, I'm horrified. Honestly, this is the stuff of nightmares. Whatever psychedelics these guys were on, keep them away from me. They kept salvia from the gas station in 2005 in their basement, let it ferment, and took them. That's what this shoe is. Them eyes. You ever seen SpongeBob where they take the 2 glasses of water, put it up? That's what these shoes are.
Oh,
That
wow.
nose, I can't even talk about the nose. It looks like an average human anatomy, but it's a drop, honestly.
That's why I went to HB first. I knew he had something serious to say. TD, what do you think about these Kerwin Frost Forum highs? Cop, drop, or flop, or swap? I'm sorry.
Released in November 21. The detail you sent us had them listed for $250 US, brand new, already on sale, 50% off. I know that yeah. So the last sale on StockX globally was 69 pounds. I'm not sure what that converts to, but it's less than $125. And that was on the 6th of June. Average sale, they were going for 150 pounds. There were 328 sold worldwide, high 336, low of 20 pounds. I know the Kerwin Frost, they did the low Benchmates. They're better. They got the green and like the graphic on the inside with some cartoon characters or something. It makes me wonder what you're smoking. To be fair, like these are, bro, they are. You want me to put them back up on screen again because they are horrible.
Yeah,
They're so bad, man. Like I like for real. I don't know. Hang on a second. Where'd it go? So yeah, I mean these things they're bad. That's a bad shoe. I mean, what is that? I'm assuming the eyes come off and the nose. Yeah, the first thing I thought of was Potato Head. I mean, there was a pair of forums that I was gonna look at a couple weeks ago that had like the forward wings on them, but those are shocking, bro. No chance. I'm dropping them all day.
All right, let's go to my man, Special Agent 3. What do you think about the Kerwin Frost Forum highs?
Listen here, world.
Do you have them?
And this is what I'm going to say. This is a cop all day. This, my friend, is a cop. Now, hear my argument. Many moons ago, when Howling Wolf came out with his records, they were not popular. They were scowled upon. And now they are the collector. They are the rarity of the rare. So when I see this, although ridiculous, I would buy it and just put it in a corner somewhere, because sooner than later, that moment, they're sitting on thousands of these. They're going to burn them. And then I'm going to be one of those ones who was dumb enough just to buy. Cop all day, Seventh Day. Kudos to you for seeing the art beyond the ridiculousness. Cop.
Thank you. And that's exactly what I saw with the shoe. I thought it was artful. I thought it was somewhat tasteful. And plus, it reminded me of one of my favorite MCs, rest in peace, Shock G.
Humpty Hump.
The Humpty
the Humpty Hump.
And Mr. Humpty
My
Hump
brother.
himself. So when I see the shoes, I see the art, not necessarily the footwear.
Because it's
And
trash.
that's why I would cop. I wouldn't put them on my feet ever, but I definitely put them on a shelf.
Rubbish.
I want to see them because does all the stuff come off?
If so,
I'm rocking it.
If I could take all that off, honestly, but okay, listen, they already make that. They already make that Adidas without all this crazy shit on it. So taking it off would just be
a shoe.
It's a forum. It's a forum high.
It's a forum.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just a forum high. So like,
I'm keeping it for the artifacts.
All right.
That's right.
I'm keeping that.
Good on you.
I imagine you could dress it up with some other potato head.
I'm afraid Winston already
I'll
bought
put
them.
on a top hat and a little handlebar mustache and rock them.
There it is.
I'm afraid you already bought them. I'm afraid they're en route.
You get them out. You get them out.
I'm afraid.
No, that would have been great. That would have been the coup de grace. That would have been the coup de grace. Next up,
2 unboxings and 2 shows.
But yeah, like I'm working on that. Like that, we're gonna have more unboxing coming soon, America. Yes.
Next up, the infrared Air Jordon 4s. Now these are dressed in a mix of dark gray, infrared 23, and cement gray. Black lands on the netting, plastic wings, laces, and molded heel tab highlighted with the infrared contrasting accents, with white midsoles atop the signature gray rubber outsole. They were originally expected to drop as the release date of February 8th, but were pushed back until now they're set to drop on the 15th of June, America. Retail price $200 in particular stores. They're not dropping them everywhere. And I'm going to start with my man TD. Is this a cop, swap, or drop?
I've wanted a pair of 4s for ages. If I harken back to the first show that was aired where we talked about the Jordan 1 mid USA 2.0, I made a point of the fact that I tried to not deviate from any Jordan that Michael Jordan did not or would not have worn himself. It's odd to me because these are like, they're already all over StockX for resale, and like some people are putting them up for like over, well, I'm trying to think, what is it, dollars? 1,600 pounds. There's currently 145 up there for sale. Somehow the last sale went for 285. The average sale is going for 343. There's 145 of them currently on sale on StockX, and there's none of them in my size. And that was as of Wednesday. I've been back and forth on these a lot. I think only because of the fact that I know in October, the white, black, and red Chicago Bull ones are coming out. I'm dropping them. I'm not even trying to get them and swap them because I know I ain't gonna hit. And then if I do, by the time I can move them and everybody else has them, because I think that 15th of June is a worldwide release as well.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'd get them over here. I'd have to take the chance on stock or on sneakers. They're not on there upcoming yet, so I don't know. There's currently like 12 different pairs of Jordans that are even on the upcoming bit, so I have no idea if these are even going to move. I get it. They're similar to a Bulls colorway, but I would probably say no because this is one that I would want to wear. And I don't know if I would, so I would say no.
All right, fair enough. We are going to go over to my man, Special Agent 3, cop, swap, or drop.
Look, I like infrareds. You know me, I got infrared everything around this place. The problem is what TD said. I hate losing. You know what makes me feel bad? Constantly getting defeated. Even worse, constantly getting defeated by an app. Even worse, waking up early, training all morning, get my thumb in position to swipe and press, swipe and press. Your order is in. Please wait. Nah, you lost. You suck. So this is a drop. This is a drop for me. I'm not fighting the app anymore. You hear me, Sneakers app? No more. Drop.
For context, there's 8 pairs over in the UK, 8 pairs of Jordans alone on sneakers that are upcoming. Currently, the white, black, and Volt ones that came out today are still available full size run. Then you've got 2 different pairs of Zoom Comforts, white and navy 6s, black and gold women's 8s,
Those 8s are
Again,
nice.
a canvas women's 4 low top Jordan 1s with the white, black, and coral, which quietly I am going to try to get. And then that's it for now. But
Something that may be happening is that inflation is going to scare people from buying. I think there's going to be less people. So we may have an opportunity. We'll see.
W.
I tell you
HB.
though, let me cut. I'm gonna jump in.
Go ahead.
Black. I'm gonna say we made this point as well. We talked about can they go 6 months without releasing a 1? Again, upcoming 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different variations of a 1 upcoming on sneakers.
Hypersexual. Are you looking at the lows too? Because there are a bunch of
The
lows.
one parallel on currently upcoming 1 pair of lows on the 17th of June. That's the white, black, and corals.
Those are dope.
Jordan 1s, again, gray women's Zoom Comfort, second version of gray ones, a brown Zoom Comfort, and then the white, black, and Bolt ones came out today, still available. It's saturated. Like, why would you want to get another pair of 1s? I'm waiting for the re-released, the remastered Chicago's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go on, Black.
All right. Go
ahead, Black.
Winston, you make a great point. Inflation might deter buyers.
Because the prices are all going up.
Everything's going up.
Since like 2020, like there's been a remarkable increase in price. Like if you're watching.
Absolutely. So with that in mind, if that by any chance gives me a higher chance to hit, or if I come lucky and find it in a store somewhere, it's a cop.
You might, yeah.
It's a cop. All day. Those are some good colors that I know I could fit well.
Infrared is dope. The only one I've hit on the sneaker is the Air Max 90 infrared with the like different materials. All the other ones I just buy post, and that's no fun. I want to be a champion.
You want to be one of the first to actually be able to rock them around.
I want I got them. I want the I got them post.
You got them.
With the opening of the box and everything, where everybody else is salty because they couldn't get.
Sucks.
I got you. Well, I would cop them all day as well. I'm right there with HB. I feel like they're dope. They go with a lot of the gear I got, and I personally do not have a pair of 4s, so I would like a pair of 4s for my collection.
I as well.
Are you sacrificing the version or the colorway that you would actually prefer just to say that you own a pair of 4s?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
That's great.
Again, and I ask because I have a pair of Jordan 1 black toes that I got in 2016 for Christmas. My wife managed to score them on Nike actually before sneakers was a thing, and then I got the black and royal blue 1 highs for myself and actually for my daughter. On sneakers, like 2 in a matter of like the same day. But again, he wore those on a tour in Italy in 1986 or something like that. So he wore them. But I would not, if I was constantly trying to get a pair of 1s and I was missing, and these white and Volt ones came out like they did today, and I knew that they were still available at going on 10 o'clock at night, I'll just pick them up so I can get a pair of 1s. Why?
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
However, with the 4s, I have missed so many times. I would prefer the Chicago 4s.
Yeah.
The original ones that he wore in the game. Because I'm like you. I'd much rather wear a pair of Jordans that Jordan actually put on his feet at some point in time.
Absolutely.
However, if there's one I'm going to sacrifice my regular taste for, I think it's the infrareds. And it's just because I like
dope, man. I like that colorway.
Dope. Yeah, the colorway is nice. And that's why I would sacrifice it. That's the only reason.
It's good because it's like I like the gradient where it goes from white to dark. It's similar to an Air Max 95. How like when they came out, they would do like the different gradients of blue or the different gradients of white to black, even with the greens and whatnot as well. But I'm by no means am I saying it's a bad looking shoe. I'm just saying that I'm tired of trying to get them and not getting them. And then once I do get them, there's going to be so many out there, I won't be able to shift them. And I would want to wear it, and it's not the color that I want. That's the only reason I say no. But I get where you're coming from.
Thanks. All right. Moving on, gentlemen. I want to go and talk about this Foot Locker release of the Don John All-Star gear. I hope everyone did their homework because we're about to play a new game called Dressed the Host. Y'all know that my fashion is sort of on the side to be at best. So I actually assigned each and every one of you 3 items that you would place on me to get me fresh to go out. In this case, to the ball court.
This is good.
So, with that being said, I am going to start with the one and only Special Agent 3. What would you have me rock?
All right. Okay. All right. I'm ready. 3. Here we go. We're gonna start with the all city shorts, but the blue on blue with the orange stripe, little Jackie Moon-esque right there. That's where we're going. Then I'm thinking,
better than his.
yeah. You ever been hitting the jejunum? And then I'm thinking after the game, we're going to throw on the all city Just Don and Ball slide. So after we done hooped and got our 20 and 10, you're going to throw these on and get to the crib. And what else? Where's my other one? Pardon me, America. Thank you for your patience. And then. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Yeah, that's it. All right. So the all city Just Don hoodie, but we're going once again with the blue on blue. I think I'm fresh in the streets.
Okay. That powder blue. I do like that powder blue.
I know.
Nice. Yeah, it is dope. All right. I'm going to go over to my man HB. What are you dressing the host in?
I like dress the host. It's good.
All right. Is this a specific scenario or can we just put him in anything?
Yeah, it's you.
This host in anything.
All right.
But he got a Tupac shirt on. Come on, give him some clothes.
All right.
All
First,
eyes on me.
Shorts. We're putting him in the all city green basketball shorts.
Let me look, man.
Hey, green's a good color on me. I like that. That's a good start.
We're going to contrast it with the all city crew neck long sleeve t-shirt in purple.
Ooh.
In purple. Right. Okay.
And
we're going to throw in the black embossed slides in there with probably some like the high Nike socks to keep him fresh. We don't want nothing to get on his calves while he's walking around the streets looking fresh. All right, gotta stay comfortable.
See, HB know what I'm talking about because I do wear my socks all the way up past the calf. That's how I get down.
I knew it.
I like that.
I knew it.
All right, my man TD, dress the host.
Right. Black on black, Just on fleece shorts.
What?
Yeah, method to the madness.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Tiger face t-shirt.
Where'd that at?
Ooh.
What are you talking about?
And in case it gets a bit chilly out, Sherpa All City Mountain hoodie.
What?
Ooh. I'ma look clean.
Ooh.
I'ma look clean. Now let me think about this.
Unfortunately, you can't put on them infrared J's with that. You would have to rock something probably with some cream or some orange.
Oh, I got some cream. Some Nike Dunks in the crib already. I got
the Gatorade ones if you want to try them.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Orange.
That might be nice
Gatorade
too.
ones.
Yep.
Now, as the host, I'm going to give you guys the flavor I came up with, and then I'm going to let y'all discuss which one you think is going to be best. So I came up with the basketball shorts, but the black on black version with the little red ties. Now you'll see I'm building something together here. Watch. All right. Then I got the track jacket. The track jacket, $95. It's got the red V that comes to the zipper.
I was going to give you that one.
All right. And then
That's
I have
ill. That's ill.
Yeah.
Then I got the Bolt sweatpants to go on top. and then I throw my infrared J's to shine up underneath.
Bang, bang.
Too fresh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Too fresh.
I'll be hot in the streets.
Unfortunately, you ain't gonna hit that on them, Jay. So you're gonna have to find something else. I hope you got a backup pair of crepes to put on with them joints. Jesus.
As far as black shoes, I get them Kyries. They don't go with them. This has been an episode of Dress the Host, sponsored by Red Bull Blue Edition.
Wow, not yet.
Hey,
Hey,
edit that out.
Yeah, get that out of here. Red Bull, we love you.
Don't sue us.
I'm just trying to encourage them to do what we know they're going to do eventually.
Exactly.
You understand me, Will?
We only think in absolutes, no ifs.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and the link to the closing we just looked at will be in the bio. Tell us who picked the best fit. World.
Thanks.
Tell us who.
And try and go ahead there, Black.
Oh, I just said tell us who picked out the best. And if you don't say me, you're wrong. I'm just saying.
Moving on. We're gonna get to the music now.
Oh God.
Now I did pick two albums. One of the older variety, one of the newer variety. We're gonna start in the back in the day machine, the way back machine. Everybody hop in the time machine. Let's go back to 2011, where we listened to the album I Am Ohini by Ohini Savant. Now, a little bit about the artist. Ohini Savant was born in Philadelphia, PA. And from 2002 to 2004, he taught a course entitled The Art of Rap, How to MC at Temple University. He also lectured at notable universities as Rowan University, University of Delaware, and Virginia Tech. He credits his career consultant Christopher Play Martin for a lot of the steps within his career. Now, I Am Ohini is his fourth solo album, which is self-produced with all live and synthesized instruments. The album includes features from Dr. Cornel West and the MC Common Time, as well as 3 bonus tracks and an acoustic version of Burn in the River. Now, I need to know what these fellow gentlemen thought of this album, and I'm going to start with my man in the far away. TD, what did you think about I Am Ohini?
I liked it. Again, another one I had never heard of. I had to dig for this thing on Apple Music because I wanted to make sure I could listen to it like all the way through it. I having to deal with like Amazon or Spotify or anything. Comment on the fact that the first, 2 through 7 are starred tracks on the album, so clearly they're getting plenty of plays. He has a line in one, I can't remember which track it's in, but he mentions something, or somebody makes a comment about like nothing good ever coming out of Philadelphia, which is wrong because that's where the roots are from. Kevin Hart's from. Clearly, I Am Ohini can be ranked in something that's good that came out of Philadelphia. I liked it, man. Like I really did. It's another one that I listened to it kind of all the way through. I like even like the beginning of like Kung Fu, where he's got the like the Kung Fu movie cutaway and everything. So yeah, it had musically it was good. It kept me on my toes. It was a good transition from kind of the upbeat stuff. Again, it's another one of the ones where we were treated to something that was it was more of like the art of storytelling. You know, there wasn't a lot of conversation around drugs or women or gun violence, especially given the context of things that are happening in the world today. So yeah, man, I'm definitely curious if I could try to find or dig out some of his older stuff, because this is his fourth one. I'd be curious to listen to what the other ones sound like. I listened to it a couple times this week. I really enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Special Agent 3, what did you think of I Am Ohini?
Love yourself, world. Take time to take care of your body and your mind. See, what happens out here is you get caught up in the rat race, and then you're going about your stuff and you're eating a bunch of McDonald's, taking on I Am Ohini. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. If anything, show me how to pretend, how to masquerade. It's this album right here. It's this. I want to be behind the front from the Black Eyed Peas, but I'm not. I want to be Talib Kweli, but I'm not. I want to be Public Enemy, but I'm not. You ever hear somebody try too hard? This. His arguments about Illuminati and all this stuff don't feel forced. It comes from bad writing. It's terrible. The mix on the instruments, shoddy. Song 5, there's a hi-hat playing in the background, and I'm like, how did you let them get away with this in the final mix? Look, I'm sick of people pretending, okay? This felt unauthentic. It felt forced. In the pantheon of albums of 2011, this isn't in the top 150. This, my friend, is 5 million times skippable. Like he did. How dare you? How dare you teach a class called rapping and you can barely rap? You can barely rap. You can't put this in a category of a Mos Def. You're not as thought-provoking as a Pharoah Monch. You're not even in the top 50 when it comes to people with this kind of thought process. This man can barely hold Bahamadia hat. How dare you say there's nothing good coming out of Philly? He can barely hold her pissy draws. I didn't like this at all.
That's very bold. So you're telling me that this man cannot rap at all? So
Who's he better than? Who's he better than? How dare you say nothing good comes out of Philly? Will Smith's better than you. Will Smith is better than you.
Well, Will Smith's better than a lot of people.
No, he's not.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He made a song called Girlie Has a Mustache. No, he's not.
The Fresh Prince has a lot of platinum albums.
I don't care about platinum rap. We're talking about just skills. Skills.
He's the only MC today that has created numerous albums that went platinum, and none of them have a curse word in them.
Cornball. And this cornball. The records are corny. He didn't even write Summertime, which is his best record. Get out. But this kid right here, Martin, how dare he? This is trash.
How many people have you seen Dr. Cornel West actually speak on?
A bunch.
Name me 3 albums.
The top tier ones? A bunch. Dr. Cornel West appears on a Dead Prez. He's on Dead Prez album?
Of course, Dead Prez is down.
He was on the Coup. He was on a Coup album. And I know half of us here ain't listened to a whole Coup album. Stop, Martin. This kid forced it. It's forced. The mix on it, trash.
Well, I would say that for an artist that is not signed to a major label, who has produced 6 studio albums on his own, wrote and produced the entire album, all 6 of them, you should give this man a little bit more credit.
Me and Black could go sit in the back of an empty White Castle on the expressway and make a better album than this.
I wasn't expecting you to say White Castle.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, air input coming soon. Air input coming soon.
HB, what did you think of I Am Ohene?
I'm so glad Special Agent 3 brought up Will Smith. Because it sounds like you put Will Smith on an LL Cool J type beat. That's what this man sounds like. Okay. Now, let me tell you something.
Wow.
Let me tell you. So he has a song on here. It's called I Can Do That. Okay. At the end of the song, he has 16 bars of him just talking. Now, this is the part where I'd say something profound and pretend to be cool. And he just goes on and talking, like, because he realized he just can't write anymore. All right. And I'm like, wow, I don't like this. Then, like 3 songs later, he does the same thing he just made fun of by reciting an African proverb. Okay. Do I give him props for doing it all himself? Yes. Okay. Could he have done better? Yes. Did I like the album? No.
Oh, I am Ohini.
I am Ohini.
Oh my God.
I am Ohini should take his own class.
It's obvious he didn't.
It's obvious he didn't.
Okay. All right, now check this out. I heard tones of a young Nas when he's spitting
How
balls.
dare you?
A young Nas. Hold on. I didn't say he had bars like Nas, but the way he actually would rap, the way his style over the beat sounded like a young Nas.
This is the most preposterous.
I feel like because of his journey, okay? Understand this is a man that lost his mother very early in life. He lost his father very early in life because his father didn't want nothing to do with him. He ended up traveling to Ghana, back to Philadelphia, creating albums on his own, creating notoriety to the point to where he created an album that is now in the Library of Congress. It was actually his second studio album. And then he was able to come back from all of that disaster in his life and create this album. It was thought-provoking. No, the sonics were not beautiful in it. There were times where you hear a song and you're like, oh, that one's good. And then the next song, you're like, that's not mixed properly. I agree with that part. But give this man credit because he can rap.
You're lying to yourself and others. A world, you got to be aware and watch these guys. All right? This album is garbage, okay? It's forced. It contradicts itself. I tried. I'm at the gym listening to this trash heap, this dumpster fire. I stopped and listened to the music at the gym. I removed my iPad, my ear pods, and listened to the trash. I'm going to listen to Cotton Eye Joe now.
America, you tell us what you think of this album. Go and take a listen for yourselves.
Link in the bio. Shout out to Alheen for making garbage. We don't do that over here. Air input coming soon.
Did you like it better than Future's I Never Liked You?
Yes.
Yes.
Winston?
Did I like? I put them on the same tier.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Wow.
I'm not going to play favors because he's talking positive. This was a trash heap. This was a clogged up toilet.
Moving on, America. We're going to discuss an album that is more recent now. The album Black Habits, released in 2020 from the homie from Inglewood, California, D Smoke. Now, D Smoke graduated from UCLA and was a Spanish teacher and music theory teacher at Inglewood High School. His brother, SIR, also known as Sir, is signed to TDE Music. Mm-hmm. Smoke is credited as writing songs for Genuine and the Pussycat Dolls, as well as co-writing Never by Jaheim. He gained attention after winning the first season of the Netflix show hip-hop music competition Rhythm and Flow in 2019. The next year, he independently released his debut album, Black Habits. This album earned him nominations for Best Rap Album and Best New Artist at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. Black Habits includes features from SIR, his brother, Snoop Dogg, and Jill Scott. The album was produced by JLBS, J Mo, D Smoke himself, and Thomas Cowley. Now, we're going to start with TD. What'd you think of D Smoke's Black Habits?
I feel like I've always preferred stuff from the East Coast. It sounded like he was trying to be Kendrick in the first track. it sounds exactly like him. The first like 35, 40 seconds of the album, I thought it was Kendrick guesting on the album. I get the message. I like the Snoop track. I like the one with Jill Scott. I listened to I Am Ohini more times this week than I listened to this one. I like the fact that both, again, you can discredit I Am Ohini or whatever his name is as much as you want about the fact that he's educating people about music, and he you may say that he's not a good rapper or whatever, but the fact that both of them this week seem like they came from a background where they weren't necessarily hardened by society, because of having to sell drugs or, perpetrate violence to achieve a means to an end. The fact he can create things musically. I get it. I like the fact that he incorporated the use of Spanish throughout the album. If you don't understand Spanish, then you have to, I can't remember which one it is at the end, but there's one where he's saying some stuff in Spanish and somebody's like, there's a woman that's translating what he's saying and they kind of go back and forth. But at the same time, if you don't understand Spanish, you can't speak it, then it means nothing to you. It was all right. Again, I'm probably not going to listen to it after this week. I think for me I tend to put on the two albums that we're listening to for this show, and I listen to them back to back to back to back all week long, and I don't listen to anything else. Try to get myself in a headspace where I can actually talk about it. So like tomorrow and Monday, I'll probably listen to my own stuff, not my own music, but like my own stuff in my playlist, and then I'll come back to whatever it is that we're presented with for the show. I won't touch this one again. I shifted two of the I Am Ohini tracks to my riding playlist.
Which two?
Thank you for putting me on the spot. I Rise Above, and the other one shifted into there. And then I think Burn the River.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, TD. HB, my man Black. What did you think of Black Habits?
I enjoyed it better than I Am Ohini. But I'm in the middle on it because I can curse at you in Spanish. I can tell you to do things in a very unorthodox way in Spanish. But I don't really understand Spanish, and I feel like it might have been overused a little bit in his album. It's a little bit. I don't mind if people count off in Spanish or have a bar that rhymes the Spanish word with the last English word or something. I've done it before. But I just feel like it was a little overused. He had one bar, I forget which song it is, but he said, "My homies thought studying abroad was anatomy."
Yeah, I like that.
Which I really that hit. I'm like,
that was raw.
That was raw. That was ill. I like that a lot. But nothing else really stuck out to me in a matter of this guy's got bars or this guy's really saying something. Nothing really stuck out to me. Okay. So I to say I enjoyed it wouldn't be a lie, but I probably wouldn't put it on again.
Fair enough. Special Agent 3. The man with the opinion. What did you think of Black Habits?
Sometimes you got the sun is shining and you can just go outside. The birds are singing, and these are the signs of a good day. Like you go out there, you see the fresh dew on the grass. Black Habits. Oh my God. I gotta take my glasses off for this one.
Don't worry, I got you.
World, I have to apologize. I listened to this when it came out. The day hit me to this. And per the usual, I was hypercritical. Okay. Upon this second listen, Shit is dope. Shit's dope. Shit was fire. Shit was fire. Look, there's something about the bounce of West Coast records. You know, although he did use a special move too much, I will give you that. Too much Spanish here and there.
Mm-hmm.
He used a special move too much. I'm telling you, this one got a bounce to it that I really, really enjoyed. Hot take, though. This came out in 2011. 2012, we get introduced.
This came out in
2020.
This came out, okay. Hot take. This is Kendrick's only, like, competitor. If the marketplace were the same and he had the same kind of budget, I'm telling you, D-Smoke be on his ass. This record, if it had the right marketing push, because, like, I'm telling you, after winning that show, this didn't get a push. This didn't get any push at all.
It's because of COVID.
You know, so what? Like, the internet still works. You know, my emails didn't stop working. Like, my text messages were still working during COVID.
Instagram didn't go down.
That's right. Instagram didn't stop. I think this new thing called TikTok was in full swing.
Yep.
Like, where is the marketing push for something of this caliber? You know, and that's his team's fault. That's his team's fault. Because as we know from talking to people, if you look at the microcosm of how to get something from small to big, it's kind of easy if you're disciplined and diligent. It's kind of easy. Now, but this record, I'm telling you, like, I had a good time listening to this. I played this 5 times. I listened to it 5 days in a row.
Thanks.
And always something new jumped out at me. Shout out to E40. Y'all missed him on Dreams. That was ill. Of course, the goddess Jill Scott. We will always celebrate her. Not a lot of features. He carried this, you guys. Like, I think the song with Ari Lennox is good. Real Body, Black Habits, even Morning Prayer and Bullies at the top of this album. What a way to start. But look, you give this man the money and the budget, I think he does good things. And this shows you how there's little no parity in the hip hop community, because we only really hear about the ones with the budget. Well, way down in the depths of hip hop, the people with $100,000 budgets, we're not gonna hear them until somebody like Seventh Day is like, hey, we're listening to this for the show. Take a look. But I enjoyed it, man. Like, I'm keeping this one.
So would you say that because you're saying that he would be Kendrick's only competitor?
Yeah.
But do you feel like he's in the same lane? Because we have this conversation all the time about, like, pick your own lane and do your own thing. And it sounded
parallel.
Parallel. It sounded real similar to start.
Parallel. Just the way it starts. Like, where you're digging up source information, I felt like I'm like, well, this motherfucker's trying to bite a Kendrick album.
Mm-hmm. Sounded like it.
But man, as we went on, he has his own texture and flavor, the Spanish thing. If he learned to use it like a finishing move,
yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
Now, there is something I want to point out about the Spanish. Okay, if you actually go back and listen to the Spanish and translate that stuff to English, where the English ends and the Spanish begins to where the Spanish ends and the English begins again, all of it rhymes. The last bar of Spanish and English rhymes with the next bar of English.
That's fire.
He laces it all together to a way where this man is magical with his pen.
Which is a fair assessment. It's fair assessment, Mark. But at the same time, if you're using that as your one trick, stop overusing it.
Yeah,
it was laced through it so much. And like I said, unless you understand the Spanish, it sounds like someone's over there talking Italian in the corner, and all I hear is bippity boppity boppity bippity. I'm Peter Griffin again. So it at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he can lace Spanish through it or not. If you can understand it, it doesn't mean a thing to me.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, to carry that point,
trying to grab more of an audience. He's trying to grab some of the.
I get it. It's fine. But it's if it's your one trick,
Yeah, but and like ain't nobody pulling out no translator when I'm trying to lift weights at the gym.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to translate. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me
pause my music.
Let me
Kill the
pause this.
vibe.
Put this back. Oh, that is fire. Let me get back at no.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys not study the way I do? I listen to these albums. I'll turn the treble all the way up, the bass all the way down, study the lyrics first.
Are you
That's
wild?
what I do.
You
No,
crazy?
that's what I do. That's how I get down.
I
I
am
want to hear
trying.
the
Look,
lyrics,
like,
and then I'll go back and listen to it regularly.
Artist interpretation is to listen from track 1 to track 10, unless you're Kendrick Lamar and you do it in reverse sideways.
you just like
diagonal.
Just put him on pause and cry a little bit and then get back at it.
Oh,
So, but like, it's a body feel for me. Like when it starts, I'll paint the scene for you. Seventh Day. Do you remember the opening of Uncle Sam's Curse?
Yeah, it was actually a scene from a movie. I forget the name of the movie, but
It was about yes. You know how you're set. The stage is set when that comes. Shout out to Above the Law. If you haven't listened to Uncle Sam's Curse, please do so. It's fire. But I'm trying to tell you, like that kind of cinematographic excellence in the start of an album, like transforms the whole scene. Kendrick did in Good Kid, Mad City. I think D Smoke did it well, starting this album, Black Habits. I loved it. I love it.
Fantastic. All right, so we are going to move on. America, make sure you copy a copy of the Black Habits. Get you a copy of I Am Oheen. No. Let us know what you think of both the albums, and let these hosts that is dogging these MCs know. Let them know.
Trash.
Moving on. I wanted to discuss something with you guys that's a little bit more poignant. There is a reason I did what I did for the show today in regards to the topics I chose, the MCs I chose. Because there's something going on, at least in America Town, that needs to be discussed. So, according to the Washington Post, there have been 250 mass shootings in 2022 in America. Hold on, I'm getting there. I just want to set the scene real quick, guys. Now, we are on pace to match or exceed 2021, which was the worst year ever for mass shootings in the U.S., with 693. Many times in the aftermath of these shootings in the States, the conversation around the cause is directed at the violent lyrics in rap music. Case in point, June 1st, in the wake of the mass shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, Texas Congressman Ronnie Jackson pointed violent rap lyrics as playing a role in the mass shooting at the school. He said, and I quote, "Kids are exposed to all kinds of horrible stuff nowadays too. I look back and I think about the horrible stuff that they hear when they listen to rap music, the video games that they watch from a really early age, and all the horrible violence and stuff. And I just think that they have this access to the internet on a regular basis, which is just not good for kids," end quote. So my question to you all is, why do you feel that this has become and has always been a talking point for politicians after mass shootings? And do you think that this argument is actually a good one? And I want to start with my man, Special Agent 3. What are your thoughts in regards to hip hop as a blame for mass shootings and gun violence?
I can buy an AR-15 at Walmart.
You can also buy a hip hop album at Walmart.
I can buy an AR-15 at Walmart. Look, it's nonsensical. This is a hyper-violent society. How come we're not looking at things like Braveheart or 300 and saying, well, maybe You know, like the hyper violence of these movies, like these are translating to hyper violence in reality. What about Grand Theft Auto? What about the hyper violence of these video games that you constantly have to play missions over and over and over and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot? And you become callous to what's going on the screen, and it plays out in reality. I think it's bullshit. Like, I think visuals trump auditory experience when it comes to assembling a game plan in reality. So if I see it and it's hypersexualized, hyper violent, and it's feeding into my brain every day, and then I'm getting messages on the side from my group, like, we need to do things like this, we need to do, then it's going to play out my reality. Just because rapper, whatever his name, Little Hot Dog, said he buys a AR-15 from Walmart does not mean I'm going to shoot kids. I think it's far more than that. And let's face facts. Okay, if we're listening to stuff from the 90s and early 2000s with lyrical excellence talking about shooting people, that's not what these kids are listening to. They're listening to mumbly drill guys. All right. In Chicago, O-Block,
New York.
Last time I checked, that's not Uvalde, Texas, at a school. Last time I checked, this is not a church. Last time I checked, it's not driving 400 miles to a grocery store to unload on 70-year-old black people. Come on now. You telling me because I listened to a Kool G Rap record from 1993, I'm going to shoot a grocery store? Stop.
Now, from the man from the UK, TD, I know this isn't something that you're experiencing where you're at, but I'm sure they're putting it all over the news there too, making you guys aware. So your thoughts?
It's everywhere, man. Like, at the end of the day, regardless of like how long I've been living here, my passport says United States of America. It's where I'm from, and I'm always going to be American no matter how long I live. There's no amount of money on the planet that could make me go back to the US right now. Jeez. and put my 21-year-old son in a university setting where I would be afraid that someone would come and shoot up his school, or put my not even year-old daughter in a situation where she could end up being in a daycare and some idiot just for whatever reason decides that today I don't like the look of that place and I'm going to go ahead and do what I want to do because I can. Literally like less than 24 hours after we had this conversation last week, it was all over the news, obviously. Trevor Noah on a Daily Show said the kids know that video games are fake. No one's turning off Grand Theft Auto like, oh shit, just ran over like 80 pedestrians. Should I get a lawyer? The argument that American music and American video games cause violence or cause gun violence totally falls apart when you realize that the entire world listens to American music and plays American video games, but they have nowhere near the same level of America's mass shootings. Context. Today is the 11th of June. I know obviously this is going to go out on a different day when it hits Spotify and everybody talks about it. As of the 6th, over the weekend, you guys had 13 mass shootings. In the weekend, in 2 days, a mass shooting is qualified as 4 or more people being killed, not shot at, not injured, not involved in the altercation. There's a total of 18 dead, 72 were injured. The youngest was a 14-year-old who was killed. The youngest injured was a 12-year-old. 5 of those took place at a public place. At least 3 were graduation parties. You don't even get into the collateral damage when you talk about the number of people that get run over by cars when people are fleeing the scene, or someone who wasn't even meant to be injured ends up getting injured or killed. Again, for context, last weekend we had a 4-day weekend in the UK to celebrate the Queen of England's 70th year in the position of Queen. Platinum Jubilee, 4-day weekend, street parties everywhere. alcohol. I'm sure people got arrested. I'm sure people went to the hospital, but there were zero shootings reported. Gun laws in this country changed overnight in 1996. In Dunblane, in 1996, someone shot up 16 students, one teacher, injured 15 other people, and then killed himself. Literally overnight, it took away the guns. You had to have a license. You had to go through a rigorous process to even own one. That's not to say that people that live out in the country and on farms and whatnot don't have guns or shotguns or whatever, and they haven't ever given them up. That's beside the point. They're not the ones that are running around shooting people in schools. The last mass shooting in the UK was in August 2021. It was a guy that shot some people on the street, knew most of them. 5 were killed. A 3-year-old girl was killed as well, and then shot himself. And before that, it was in 2010 where 12 were killed in Cumbria. Do the math, 1996, 2010, 2021. It ain't happening over here. And it has nothing to do with music. So the argument about music or video games is bullshit. Your fucking gun laws are stupid. Fix them. Why does it have to get to the point where Matthew McConaughey is trying to raise money or push the issue in front of Senate or Congress or whatever because his hometown is where this happened? It's garbage, man. It's garbage. Just go to somebody else. It's stupid.
HB, thoughts?
So first let me say this. It's easier and less rigorous in the United States to purchase a firearm at 18 than it is to get your driver's license at 16. It requires a multi-week long course at the age of 16. Your driver permit, the temps, for at least 6 months. A written test and an actual driving test to prove you have at least some sort of adequacy in driving. All right. The guy, I believe it was an Uvalad, who immediately when he turned 18, in succession over about 3 days, purchased different firearms. No one stopped him. No one said, hey, man, why are you buying these? No one said anything. They're just like, you have the $800, take it. I don't want it. All right. No one does a psychological background check on these people. Mm-hmm. No one. They would have seen. And what the problem is that with the shit you do as a minor on your juvenile record gets expunged when you turn 18.
Gone. They
can no longer look at that in any aspect of you in a record after 18. Okay. Well, I see some positives in that. Like maybe you turned a new leaf after you became an adult and you no longer do these things. You don't want that on your record to stop you from progressing in life. I get it. Okay. But if you have a record of violent acts, pulling up to parks, fighting kids for no reason, just because you want to feel something, which is what this kid did. He had a history of just pulling up on people, violent acts, harassing girls in his high school class, and just being a menace. And then I don't see it as a shock that he did something like this. It was inevitable with his record. All right. It's stupid. All right. And then for Congress, it's been an age-old discussion in Congress. Something violent happens, a massacre happens. Look, what video games are they playing? What music are they listening to? All right. Why are you blaming the children when their parents are responsible for them? Why are these parents not looking at their music listening? Son, I don't like you listening to Young Thug. He talks about violence and drugs. I don't want you listening to that. Son, I don't like you playing Grand Theft Auto. You look too calm and almost enthralled to run these people over. Stop playing it. My mom didn't let me play Grand Theft Auto for that exact reason. She didn't want me thinking it was cool to just run people over and shoot people because I was bored. Oops. Whatever. All right. Like don't get me started on internet access. The internet's a beautiful thing. It allows us to speak right now. It allows people to watch us online live. All right. Fantastic tool. But also in the deep recesses of the internet, you have these grown people who have their own violent thoughts, their own racist, misogynistic viewpoints, and these kids find it. You know how easy it is to pretend to be an adult online? They don't ask for a social security number to verify your age. They don't ask for a driver's license or anything of the sort. You can just say, what's your age? Oh, I was born in March 3rd of 1988. This kid's 12. So they get on these forums where they talk about these racist, misogynistic things and get these viewpoints stuck in their head. That's true. I believe in that. And so they go out and they commit these crimes and assault on their fellow citizens of this country.
Brothers, this is America. Guns ain't going away. There's too much money. You talk about too much money. They're not going to change the laws because there's too much money.
The NRA is the second largest lobbyist in Congress.
Yeah, there's too much money involved. So why would they change the law? Like, until people value life over dollars, this stays the same.
I want to frame this a little bit more for you guys then. Think about it like this, okay? The first publicized mass shooting was in 1966 at the University of Texas, where a armed gunman climbed to the top of the library tower and opened fire, killing 15, injuring 31. Now that's the first publicized. Now from 1966 to 2019, there were, make sure this is right, 151 mass shootings in the United States. And then by 2022, January,
Jesus.
By January of 2020, it had erupted to 172. Now there are over 1,000 mass shootings that have occurred in this country within the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you think about that and think about how this has exploded over the last few years, I don't know if that's rap music's fault. I don't know if that's video games' fault. I think that it is a lot deeper than that, and there is something that's going on here that's a lot more nefarious involved. I hate to be the person that sounds like a conspiracy theorist, but when you do the math, something's off. And I don't think it's hip hop.
No.
Anybody got any secondary thoughts? I know this is a very upsetting topic, but I think it's a very, very important one for us as people that actually rate and talk about taste in this country, that we actually have an opinion and we actually discuss this.
We speak on the things.
Go on,
sorry.
Hunter.
Sorry, I was just to say we speak on the things people aren't ready to hear about.
Right.
So I think it's just natural. But go ahead, Tony.
I'd be curious to understand in the context of the amount of music that's published every single year, how much of it is actually rap music versus techno, country, pop music, R&B, jazz, heavy metal, which I'm sure is probably the stuff that they're actually blaring in their head as opposed to D-Smoke. I mean, you can't sit there and put the blame on music or video games. I mean, going and playing Call of Duty or any one of these zombie killing games, again, it puts the gun in your hand, and it's a visual stimulus to go out there and do what you're going to do. I was in the Marines. I was there for 5 years. My first job as a Marine is to understand how to handle a weapon and to kill somebody. It doesn't matter if I'm in the back doing admin or fixing electronics, which was my job. At the end of the day, if we go overseas and we have to get on the ground and do what we got to do, you put an M16 in my hand, I have to know how to use it. End of. But once that's said and done, I work in healthcare. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the business of saving lives. It ain't even like that, man. Like, it ain't music. It's something else altogether. So the argument that it's music or video games is absolute shit. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
People want to blame hip hop just because it's the most popular genre out right now. It's all you hear, pop and hip hop.
At one point, rock and roll was the most popular, and they were saying the same things.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, when you demoralize a country, what else is to be expected? When you take away family structure from a country, what else is to be expected? So it wouldn't matter if we're just listening to Bob Marley, if it was the only music available. If I over sexualize you and show you constant violence all the time, these things happen, you know. And then the responsibility of like corralling that falls on a specific group of people who have the finances and control the lawmaking, and they turn an eye to it and put blame elsewhere instead on the real problem, which is like putting America back into a mindset of the 50s where families were important, morals, rules, culture were leading the right way, not greed and violence.
Now, I know there's Special Agent 3 that you said that because we live in America, it's going to be impossible to remove the guns from people here.
I don't believe
that. Remember what Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. There's always a chance if you get the right people and the right movement. But it starts with people. It can't start with politicians. Just like anything else, they don't care. We have to care. And we have to create and affect change. And that's what we do here on Triumph. Gentlemen, I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's a tough topic, but I feel it was important that we discussed this today.
Mm-hmm.
Special Agent 3, take us out.
Thank you for joining us on Triumvirate. Tastemakers, judging the world of fashion. Great show, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please join us in the Discord on Twitch. We'll be live every Saturday, 4:30 p.m. TD?
9:30 p.m. GMT.
HB?
4:30 every week.
7th day.
We love you guys. Be safe out there.
Me, I'm 3. You guys have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.